Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. Nima, you have a story?
Yes, I have the fact story. You know that I'm interested.
Fact, yes.
So out of all our 36 states, about 10 of them had a 50% increase in their allocations, and 11 of them had 40% increase. Let me count the states with 50% increase. Abia, Benue, Ekiti, Katsina, Kwara, Lagos, Ogun, Osun, Plateau, and Taraba. Visit your people in the village.
All my people,
now,
Plateau and Taraba.
The 40% people are Adamawa, Anambra, Borno, Cross Rivers, Ebonyi, Enugu, Kano, Kebbi, Nasarawa, Niger, Oyo, and Sokoto states. Okay. Now, they shared a total of 10.13 trillion as the federal allocation for, in the first 5 months, January to May. And these 36 states and local governments with federal government shared this amount. To the states, an amount of about 4.5 trillion was given, and they had their allocation increase exponentially. Let me speak English. In this 12 months period. So 4.5 billion now they share for them, and they have money. So there's no government give us.
It's paper money because
no allocation that was generated from our total revenue after they divide it. That's what they got.
Because of inflation, the value might not be. Giving you. I'm just trying to see.
They have not
money is money. Leave inflation first. We know even our own small money. There's inflation inside. So
this money is shared.
So in a nutshell,
state and local government are their earnings from our oil exports, our taxes, and other statutory
in a nutshell, your local government should be fixing your roads,
yes,
covering the potholes, clearing your gutters, because they have
the money
around. So anybody can give us the system.
That's why that's judgment for tomorrow. You know, I did not take this story today. It's today. I want to see the outcome.
Because that money, really, they should have waited for this so that they'll pay them directly. So I know that you don't get money. Yeah, how far?
Come and do the work.
Yeah, let me take this story. Please, I beg. It's important that I take this story. The former acting accountant general of the Federation, Anna Mekwe Nwaboko, on Wednesday has pleaded with Justice James Omotosho of the Federal Court to please give him more time to return the looted funds. Oh, wow. He needs a bit more time. Okay. He says that he and his co-defendant, Mr. Felix Onweke, are facing 11 counts of money laundering to the tune of 1.6 billion. How can he just bring that money out like that? Please, we need more time.
At least he's not arguing.
Yeah.
No. Come out, they will go and apply to court in Abuja to transfer to some state. They don't agree.
Where is he trying to get the money from?
Any money.
I
don't know what to say.
The article didn't give us those details. Just
this
like, I'm begging.
Say I will refund
on his behalf. Give him time.
We are bleeding.
Two teenagers identified.
This Thursday show, you were.
Delilah and Babatunde have been nabbed by members of the Nigerian Hunters and Forest Security Services stealing a high-tension electricity cable in Arola village in Ede, Osun State. The security source said the suspects were arrested by the hunters, and they lay in the bush waiting for them. It was an ambush for them because they had suspected that those people were, doing such activities. So they said they nabbed them around 3:30 p.m. in the bush on Tuesday. And, they said before they even got them, they had successfully cut the electricity cable from the high-tension poles in the area, and they were about to flee the scene when they were caught. So the matter has been, is in the police. Investigations are ongoing. They are likely going to be taken to court today or tomorrow. And, one of the reasons they were able to catch them were because the hunters said they know the terrain very well. They were able to monitor what was going on in the bushes. This also brings me back to the community policing we've been talking about. People who know the terrain can now begin to hold. Once you see any nefarious activities you are suspicious of, you can now go into the bushes and do what is needful. Also, we need to pay attention to our environment and hold each other accountable. We can't just keep minding our businesses and allow infrastructure that was done with so much money to be carted away by people who are just there to steal and sell it and make small change of it. And then tomorrow the government is looking for another billion to put in the same infrastructure that they have bought. We need to hold each other accountable. That's why I decided to take the story.
Let's move on to Daily Sun. Sorry.
You're reading something else.
Daily Sun, minimum wage. Ahead of meeting with federal government, Labour insists on 250,000.
Really?
I'd rather resign than rule on bended knee, says Fubara. NDDC presents 1.9 trillion naira budget estimates to reps strategizes for region growth. Our judicial system now mockery, says CJN. FG governors no faith on local government autonomy as Supreme Court delivers verdict today. And the story I've been waiting to tell you. Ebonyi Assembly has banned prophecies by pastors and others in the state. Let me give you this story.
Give us.
Hey, Father in heaven. So, let me just give you the Ebonyi State House of Assembly has banned prophecies, crusades for spiritual cleansing, fishing out witches and wizards by some acquired, reclaimed, prophets in the state. The ban was sequel to a demolition of houses and destruction. So what happened was that the youths in this village, I think it's called, the local government is Izzi local government in Izzi local government in Ebonyi State. Okay. The youths in this hired prophet Ubadimma and his cohorts recently for a spiritual cleansing exercise to fish out the wizards and witches in their village. He came and prophesied that Chief John Ekpono and others have tied the destinies of all the youths in the community and have stopped them from progressing, except for his own family. So the youths were infuriated. Chief Ekpono is the one that tied our destiny. This prophecy infuriated them, and they all went on rampage, destroyed Chief Ekpono's house, and they sacked his 3 wives, looted his property, including cash.
That's witchcraft.
The roads leading into the village were blocked. Ditches. Thank God like the police came in handy very quickly. Said that the timely intervention of the chairman of the Izzi local government, Steve Nwakpa, saved the situation of Chief Ekpono and all his family members.
How does one person tie the destiny of all the villagers? You didn't even pick one person from your families.
But the people that acted as witches and wizards were those that went on rampage.
Exactly.
And the witches.
Even the false prophets.
That's the head of the wizardry.
Because they would have lynched that family.
That story in Delhi.
So there is. And I forgot myself because I have another interesting story. River State. Governor Fubara is still gisting with his people. They came, a group of people came to visit him, and while he was talking to them, he said, he would rather vacate office and go home peacefully than rule on bended knees. He said that if bended knees is supposed to be a form of loyalty, then he's not doing it. And then he talked about the pro-Wike lawmakers, and he said that he wanted to help them, that he had known them long before this political crisis. That these are people that he has helped to pay their rent, pay children's school fees, but then they went to go and do themselves, and they defected from PDP to APC. And now they are gone. Whether they like it, they are gone. He says their ranting is noise-making from delusional folks. Anyways, he says that as far as he's concerned, his government is already preparing the 2025 budget, and their priority will be placed on education, healthcare, and agriculture. And the peace-loving people of River State will see them doing their work. As for the rest, they think that they are sleeping. Meanwhile, this administration is forward-going while they are in the past. I thought it was interesting to say, bended knee. I'd rather go home.
Okay, any other story?
Bended knee, exactly.
So the Chief Justice yesterday inaugurated 34 judicial officers made up of 22 justices of the Court of Appeal and 12 judges of the High Court of the FCT. And he was very, very angry at that. He frowned at the conduct of some of the Federal High Court judges. I said that I made it known at different fora that we have been treated with unpalatable cocktail of misleading and conflicting judgments, as well as, these judges, they have flowery English, as well as frivolous interlocutory orders emanating from the bench, and enjoying all of them together. He says, but several cases of such have been, said those judges' frivolous orders have emanated from the courts of coordinate jurisdiction and have literally attempted to make mockery of the judiciary system and flagrantly desecrate the revered temple of justice. Said several cases of such are abound, and that they're doing everything. They are taking punitive measures that must be definitely meted out to such erring judges. I like what he said, and congratulations to all the justices. One of them was our FCT minister's wife, who was also appointed as an appeal court judge.
Okay.
Yeah, so Nigerian workers, labor, organized labor, they are going to be having a meeting with the president very soon on likely minimum wage. They said they don't know why the president is inviting them, or if it's for minimum wage, they are sticking to 250,000 naira, no less, no more. But they are not going to preempt, the conversation. It's the person who is inviting them that will tell them why they are there. This is just their own stand. So they are waiting for the meeting to be held, and let's see what comes out of the meeting.
Okay. Vanguard. Hashtag NSAS protest. ECOWAS court finds FG guilty of rights violations. Minimum wage. Tinubu meets organized labor today. EFCC witness admits Emefiele's wife not a beneficiary of CBN contracts. Basic education. Nigeria needs over 190,000 more teachers and over 1.1 million classrooms, says UBEC. Okay, which story?
Okay, ECOWAS. The ECOWAS court unanimously, a three-man panel court of justices unanimously held that there was merit to the suit brought by 3 participants in the protest: Obi Anuju, Catherine Ude, Perpetua Kamsi, Dabira Oluwa Adeyinka, and the 3 of them, he said there's merit to their action that they brought, but the court unanimously dismissed the allegations, the applicants' allegations that their right to life as guaranteed under Article 4 of the ACPHR was violated. However, he also ordered the federal government to pay to the applicants the sum of 2 million naira as compensation for violation of their security of persons, prohibition of torture and cruel, inhuman and degrading treatment, rights to freedom of expression, assembly and association, duty to investigate human rights violations, and right to effective remedy. Also, they held that the federal government must adhere to its obligation under the ACPHR by investigating and prosecuting its agents responsible for the violation. So remember what happened during NSAS, and some of the protesters had gone to the court. And they also ordered that within the next 6 months, the federal government must report to the ECOWAS court measures that it has taken to implement this judgment that was given.
Okay, that's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, bring in our sponsored segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.